A catastrophic disaster unfolded on Sunday morning at South Korea's Muan International Airport, where the unthinkable occurred. A passenger jet slammed into a wall after its landing gear failed to deploy, erupting in a fiery explosion. Fire authorities say that among the 181 people aboard the Jeju Air flight from Bangkok, almost 150 are dead. Jeju Air Flight 7C-2216, a Boeing 737-800, had been making its descent when it attempted an emergency belly landing at 9:03 a.m. local time. The aircraft's landing gear reportedly failed to deploy, leaving it vulnerable as it approached the runway. Eyewitnesses reported hearing deafening bangs before the plane collided with the airport's perimeter wall, splitting in two and bursting into flames. The horrific crash marked South Korea's deadliest air disaster in nearly 3 decades. Fire authorities confirmed that only 2 survivors, a crew member and a passenger, were pulled from the wreckage, both rescued from the tail section of the burning plane. Muan Fire Chief Lee Jung-hyun stated that the fire, which engulfed the wreckage, was extinguished by 1 p.m. However, rescue efforts shifted to recovery operations due to the fuselage being unrecognizable, except for the tail section. South Korea's Transport Ministry confirmed the tragedy and revealed that the flight was returning from a holiday package tour in Bangkok, with many passengers believed to be tourists. Investigations are ongoing to determine whether a reported bird strike aired by local broadcaster MBC contributed to the disaster. The flight, operating on a seasonal schedule, had been running 4 times a week since early December. As rescue teams comb through the wreckage, authorities are working to identify victims by cross-referencing the passenger manifest with seating positions on the aircraft. With the extent of the damage slowing recovery efforts, Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra expressed condolences to the families of those affected, underscoring the international ramifications of the tragedy. In the aftermath, South Korea faces its gravest aviation crisis in decades. The disaster is expected to prompt widespread scrutiny of aviation safety protocols. Among the survivors, 2 are now receiving treatment at a nearby hospital, are a small beacon of hope in a nation gripped by mourning. Authorities continue their efforts to provide clarity and support to the victims' families.